This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and today is November 1st, and that means that it is the first day of my Journal a Month challenge. I'm calling these little journals Jam Journals, J-A-M for Journal a Month. And the idea is to create a journal page every day in the month, and I'm going to give you a challenge every day. Now, the challenges are not going to be that hard, so don't think, oh, I'm busy, I can't do a journal page a day. I don't want you to, this is not a dirty dozen 24 or anything like this. This is just something to get you, just to get your hands on a piece of art every day. But I will say that the first challenge is a little bit more involved, because what I want you to do is to add borders to all of your side of the pages in the journal. So there's 30 days in November, so that means 30 borders, but don't freak out. If you can't do all 30 of them in a day, do 7 of them, do a week's worth. And I will be giving prompts, a week's worth of prompts at a time. So in this video, you'll be getting in the description box below prompts for day 1 through day 7. And if you are a part of the Fibsville Friends Facebook group, I'll be listing the prompts there. I'll put them on my community tab. So, and if you still can't find them, message me, email me, and I'll get the prompts to you. So I'm starting to work on day 1. I'm really happy with this little journal. It really turned out nice. The cover was from last year's Dirty Dozen, and I just painted the inside cover red and stenciled with black. I have 4 signatures. 64 pages, that's enough for 30 pages for Meri to work on the left side and the recipient of the journal to work on the right side to complete all the challenges. So I'm starting to work on the borders, and I decide that I'm going to measure them out with my ruler. I'll be working on the left side of a double page layout. Now you can do these borders as detailed and complicated or as simple as you want. I'm just using my ruler to mark off about a little over an inch on every left-hand side of the double page layout. And you'll see me do 3 or 4 of them here. I won't show you going through all of them because you get the idea. You get the idea. And here again, if you don't have time to do 30 pages of borders, do at least 7, do the first weeks. But I would encourage you to do them, because the borders, once they're all decorated and colored and everything, they really tie the journal together. Now I'm getting ready to paint them. I'm using craft paint, craft acrylic, just inexpensive paint. Use what you have in your stash. The pages measure 7 by 5. I've already put up videos showing how I made the journals. I do have a playlist. I'll link the playlist below. Put in an iCard. There's a little round circle up above with the eye in it. You can go there and keep track of the videos by watching the playlist. So I'm just working on my borders. Now I don't show you painting every one of them. This is the last one that I paint. And I dry them off. I think what takes me the most time is I stop and dry after every page. Then I take one of my stamps that I've carved, and it's a floral stamp, but it's a border stamp, and it really coordinates with the inside of this journal, well, the outside too, for that matter. And I just stamp every border that I created on the left-hand side. And you'll see when I get done here, I do a fan through of the journal. And you'll see what I mean about it really coordinating all of the pages of the journal. It just ties them together, the borders do. But you don't have to do this. I mean, you could use washi tape, doodle. Aunt Beck has done art journal borders for several weeks. You could do those. See where I'm fanning through? I'm really happy with how these look. So just do something simple if you don't have time to do anything really complicated. Now, the other part of this challenge was the day one journal page, and that was to add a shape and journal around it. Now, I'm going to draw Penelope on here. You don't have to draw unless you have time and want to draw. I've drawn Penelope several times, so she's a very familiar shape to me. I can almost draw her with my eyes closed, so I don't show you the entire process of me drawing her. I'll start out here, and then I'll show you toward the finish where I'm just putting in all the details. But here again, you don't have to draw. Cut an image out of a magazine. If you have scrapbook paper or photographs or something that inspires you, even a shape as simple as an apple or a leaf, something really simple. The idea of this is to put something down on paper in your art journal every day. And not all the challenges will be as detailed as this one. I think they're rather simple. The object is to do something every day in your journal, and I guarantee you by the time you get your journal pages done, you will really feel a sense of accomplishment. I know after my entire journal of this November journal that I'm working on right now is finished now, and I flipped through those pages, and as simple as the challenges were, they really coordinate together, and I just feel a sense of accomplishment. I'm just so happy to pass this along. Azure won it in the giveaway. I'm going to try to give away the journals at the end of every month. So at the end of November, I'll give away December's, and I'm going to try to get it to the recipient before the first of the month. I'm a little bit late here in November because, well, it was like the third week of November before I even was challenged to do this. So I kind of had to put the entire journal together, work up all the prompts, and do all the pages in a week. And that was a challenge. That really was a challenge. Have you done 30 art journal pages in a week? I mean, even as, like, this journal measures 7 by 5, but even then, it was a little bit of a challenge. I had to work at it. But I got them done, and I'm just happy to get them mailed off. So I'm painting my little Penelope pincushion doll here. She takes shape, and I'll work on detailing her. I won't show you the entire process. Coming up here, I just kind of skip to the end. But, and I will say, as I work on this journal throughout the month, she changes a little bit, so. But the idea is to put any type of a shape down on your page and journal around it. You could do, like I said, a leaf, an apple, a photograph, an image out of the book, a piece of your jelly print paper, maybe just even some scraps, such as something that inspires you, something about autumn that inspires you. Even a newspaper article, a magazine article, anything that inspires you. And then you're going to journal around it. And I'll be doing that here. I find a verse out of the Ideals magazine. I use the Ideals magazine frequently throughout this journal. It says, November comes and November goes, with the last red berries and the first white snows. So I'm really happy with this. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm just kind of bordering it. I hope that you've enjoyed watching me do day one. I hope that I've inspired you to at least start or watch a couple days and see if you'd like to catch up and join the challenge. I'm going to be putting up a journal every day, a video every day, a journal page, so watch for them.